First trick: how to make your smile magically different. In 1936, one of Dale Carnegie's six must in how to win friends and influence people was smile. His edict has been echoed each decade by practically every communication guru who ever put pen to paper or mouth to microphone. However, at the turn of the millennium, it's high time we examine the role of the smile in high-level human relation. When you dig deeper into Dale's dictum, you will find a 1936 quick smile doesn't always work. Especially nowadays, the old-fashioned instant grin carries no weight with today's sophisticated crowd. Look at world leaders, negotiators, and corporate giants. Not a smile sycophant among them. Key players in all walks of life enrich their smile so. When it does erupt, it has more potency and the world smile with them. Researchers have catalogued dozens of different types of smile. They range from the right rubber band of a trap liar to the soft squeezy smile of a tickled infant. Some smiles are warm while others are cold. There are real smiles and fake smiles. You have seen plenty of those plastered on the faces of friends who say they're delighted you decided to drop by, and presidential candidates visiting your city who say they're thrilled to be in. Ah. Big winners know their smile is one of their most powerful weapons, so they have fine tuned it for maximum impact. How to fine tune your smile? Just last year, my old college friend Missy took over her family business, a Midwestern company supplying corrupted boxes to manufacturers. One day she called saying she was coming to New York to quote a new client and she invited me to dinner with several of her prospects. I was looking forward to once again seeing my friend's quick silver smile and hearing her contagious laugh. Missy was an incurable giggler and that was part of her charm. When her dad passed away last year, she told me she was taking over the business. I thought Missy's personality was a little bubbly to be a CEO in a tough business. But hey, what do I know about the corrugated box biz? See, three of her potential clients and I meet in the cocktail lounge of a mid-town restaurant, and as we led them into the dining room, Missy whispered in my ear, "Please call me Melissa tonight." Of course, I wink back. Not many company presidents are called Missy. Soon after the matter D seated us, I begin noticing Melissa was a very different woman from the giggling girl I had known in college. She was just an charming. She smiled as much as ever, yet something was different. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Although she was still effervescent, I had the distinct impression everything Melissa said was more insightful and sincere. She was responding with genuine warmth to her prospective client, and I could tell they like her too. I was thrilled because my friend was scoring a knockout that night. By the end of the evening, Melissa had three big new clients. Afterward, alone with her in the cab, I said, "Missy, you have really come a long way since you took over the company. Your whole personality has developed. Well, a really cool, sharp, corporate edge. Haha. Only one thing has changed, she said. What's that? My smile, she said. Yours, what? I asked incredulously. My smile. She repeated as though I hadn't heard her. You see, she said, with a distant look coming into her eyes. When Dad got sick and I knew in a few years I had have to take over the business. He sat me down and had a life-changing conversation with me. I'll never forget his words. Dad said, Missy, honey, remember that old song, I love ya, honey, but yeah, fits too big. Well, if you are going to make it big in the box business, let me say, I love ya, honey, but your smile's too quick. He then brought out a yellowed newspaper article quoting a study he had been saying to show me when the time was right. It concerned women in business. The study showed women who were slower to smile in corporate life were perceived as more credible. As Missy talked, I began to think about history making women like Margaret Thatcher, Indira Gandhi, Golda Meir, Madeleine Albright, and other powerful women of their ilk. Not one was known for her quick smile. Missy continued. The study went on to say a big, warm smile is an asset, but only when it comes a little slower because then it has more credibility. From that moment on, Missy explained she gave client and business associate her big smile. However, she trained her lips to erupt more slowly. Thus, her smile appeared more sincere and personalized for the recipient. That was it. Mrs. Slower smile gave her personality a richer, deeper, more sincere catcher. Though the delay was less than a second, the recipient of her beautiful big smile felt it was special and just for them. I decided to do more research on the smile. When you are in the market for shoes, you begin to look at everyone's feet. When you decide to change your hairstyle, you look at everyone's haircut. Where for several months, I became a steady smile watcher. I watched the smile on the street. I watched the smile on TV. I watched the smile of politicians, the clergy, corporate giant, and world leaders. My finding, amid the sea of flashing teeth and parting lips, I discovered the people perceived to have the most credibility and integrity were just ever so slower to smile. Then when they did, their smile seemed to seep into every crevice of their faces and envelop them like a slow flood. Thus I call the following technique the flooding smile. Techniques. First, the flooding smile. Don't flash an immediate smile when you greet someone, as though anyone who walk into your line of sight would be the beneficiary instead. Look at the other person's face for a second. Pause. Soak in their persona. Then let a big, warm, responsive smile flood over your face and overflow into your eyes. It will engulf the recipient like a warm way. The split second delay convinces people your flooding smile is genuine and only for them. Let us now travel but a few inches north to two of the most powerful communication tools you possess your eyes.